Now, something that's really interesting about the type dropdown is it really shows the limit of where Photoshop really isn't all that great. So I'm going to go through each of these items, but what I'm also going to do is kind of show you this is why you shouldn't be using this in Photoshop. So let's just jump in and you'll see what I mean as we go through item by item by item. So add fonts from Typekit. This is something that's new either in CS6. Actually, it's new in CC because that's what this is all about. And basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to download a lot of different really amazing fonts straight onto your computer with your Adobe CC account. And if you don't know which fonts to go to, just Google what are good design fonts. There's all sorts of articles out there. I'm attaching a link to this one page, the 25 most admired typefaces. Which is one of a billion other articles. I mean, this one I pulled off of a Tweets of the Week link from a day or so ago. There's lots of good fonts out there, and they're discoverable, and there's so much more I could say about typography, but this is just about a drop-down. Add fonts from Typekit. Typekit has all sorts of things to link you to right there. And basically what Typekit is, it allows you to use fonts both on your computer, and that can also be used on the web. And getting fonts that can be used on the web that look really good, it's a good thing we have now. We're not limited to those just listed 20 that we had a few years back. So type panels. Here's all of the different panels related to font. So you can also get to them by going into window, character style, paragraph style, all of that. But because these are all the type related things, they also have them in one place. So if we want to open these up, I have them here. Let's actually simplify this a bit. I have them all listed right here. And, we've gone through here. Let me go to my type tool by hitting T. We've gone through most of them already. I'm not going to show you that you can do faux bold and faux italics like this, and there's different variation. Character. We don't need to go into that. Paragraph is pretty straightforward. Let me just show you two things that I'm not sure if I mentioned elsewhere. And basically that's these, little more stuff boxes right up in the top right of each of them. And this is a place where there's a few more options that you might not know about. Most of these options, forget about. They're not that interesting. You can get to them through the actual GUI right here, through the graphical user interface. OpenType is one that's actually pretty interesting. OpenType is a standard that I believe was introduced in the year 2000. And it continues to be, it holds so much potential, but there's such a bad interface for accessing it. You couldn't even access OpenType until a couple of versions of Photoshop before that. It's not used nearly well enough. And basically what OpenType has is it has all of these different characters that are hidden inside of a typeset. So if you go into something like InDesign, you'll be able to access the glyph menu. And these are all of these different icons that are hidden within type. I'm just geeking out on type now. You know what? I'm getting too deep into the world of type. You don't need to know this for this drop down. All you need to know is Photoshop has a limit where you can't actually access glyphs from it, but I know they're working on it. In the next few versions, you'll be able to access kind of these hidden features that right now are hidden behind this button, and oh, there's all of these other features that you probably don't know about in really good fonts. So anyway, just wanted to talk about OpenType because it has a lot of huge potential. You're probably not going to do anything with it. Now, the paragraph options, there are some pretty cool things right here. So one thing is going into justification. This is more than just do I want it left or full justification. You can also do things like affect what the minimum and maximum word and letter spacing is. So let me just show you a before and after. Let me really push this so we're able to mess with this quite a bit. We're not going to do anything with glyph scaling. I just want to show you the difference between doing nothing with this and doing just a little bit with this. And all of a sudden, the justification on this is a little bit better. So you can see how I kind of changed things around quite a bit. And so you can play around with justification. Again, we're not going to get into all of the arts of typography. I just want to give you a hint that there's more out there. You can do things like set exactly what the limits for hyphenation are. You can get into some pretty intense details here. Now, not nearly as intense as you would in InDesign, but some good options like single line composer versus every line composer. So is it trying to maximize it so every single line looks the best? Or so each individual paragraph looks as good as possible. So there's a lot of things here. I could probably spend half an hour talking about all the different type options, but I just kind of wanted to make you aware that things are out there. So if you now want to go on and like Google Photoshop, paragraph justification setting, you can get another 5-10 minute video on each of those. I've already gone on more than long enough with each of those. Hey, so this is part of a larger class, and if you're interested in really going much deeper into Photoshop, or if you just want to donate a bit of money my way to allow me to make more videos like this, please click on the link below and donate what you can. Also subscribe, and thanks for watching.